Hi everyone. I'm just jumping on really quickly to show you this little journal that is in progress. It's not complete. It's my anniversary journal for 28 years, and I make one of these every year. And I'm actually going away for my anniversary in like the next hour. So yesterday I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't make myself a journal. I always make a little journal to take with me. So this is what has happened so far, and I just wanted to show you kind of an in progress um, example of just throwing something together. So when I was in England last year, my husband and I were in England, I bought this book cover. It was a little book, but I took the insides out and I just loved the cover and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. Um, but I picked it up thinking, okay, this might make a really good quick little journal. It was hinged on the sides like this, and I could have made it horizontal, but my brain doesn't always work that way. It likes things a little more vertical. So I flipped it this way, took the book apart, and then I had made this little piece, which is a little pocket here and then a pocket here. I had made this during when I was making things, I think, for the 100-day challenge. I think that's when it was. So I went over and grabbed that and I thought, oh, this fits perfectly on here. So with my machine, I stitched through the book cover and thankfully it worked. It didn't break anything. And this fit perfectly on the front. And then I made, this was just a little library card, and this came off a piece of vintage fabric that I had, and I just added a little bit of embellishing there to stick in here. So I could, of course, journal on the back, add a picture, add anything really. So this is what it looks like so far. And I don't know if this happens to you, but when I'm working, sometimes I think, oh yeah, I'll remember to do that. And then I get going and I'm in a hurry, which this was super fast. So I kind of messed up my plan. So I lined the inside with this beautiful tissue paper on this side. So this is what I have going so far. And then I lined the back cover with this vintage wallpaper, and I put a sheer pocket here. So I didn't care. I wasn't trying to have a pocket here since I have a pocket on the front. And then I added this stamp envelope here. And my thought for that is that I can cover this, I can store things, I can put pictures, extra photos, I can collage on this and cover all of that white space. So in hindsight, what I meant to do and should have done but did not do is attach my spine under this fabric. So, you know, I put this envelope under the fabric here, and so the little flap is under here and that's hidden. And I meant to put my little spine under both of these fabrics before I stitched, but I completely forgot. And trying to unstitch paper from this is just going to destroy everything. So at this moment, I don't have a spine and I've just got to figure out what I'm going to do for that. But I just wanted to show you that sometimes things work perfectly and sometimes, probably in too high there, sometimes they don't work perfectly. So I love everything else about it though. I just have to come up with a quirky little spine, and it might just simply be, you know, attaching something here and possibly down here if I don't ruin the pocket or whatever. But I don't care about perfection. These little journals, they're some of my favorite journals. I don't have another one right in front of me or I would show you, but I just love them because they're quick, they're simple, and they're just a little wonky or funky. But so yeah, it might just end up being a couple little things here. Who knows? But let me just show you what I did so far, and this is most likely what I will walk away with or pack up and take with me. So just some fabric, and I collaged a bit of paper. So I did all of this yesterday and last night, just quickly throwing in things that were in the scrap pile or on my desk. Some paper bag, fabric at the bottom, beautiful little fabric, some vintage paper, and stitched on some fabric. So the idea of this is to have a lot of space to journal or to add photos later on. And some more fabric on the back of the ledger. Love this piece and the messiness of it. And then this botanical, and I just put that on there, a little fabric flap, and stitched a little journal spot there. And this is, it's kind of nice when it's not sewn in. I can just pick it up and show you, but this is the back of the botanical page, and I didn't like that so much. So I just took I took two of these pieces that were from this actual book cover. So I took those and I flipped them upside down and just stitched them on top of each other and left this part a flap and stitched this little piece here. So then this, I can journal on the back of this. I just think that's so pretty, and I'll probably just clip it on there. At least that's what I think I'll do. It could turn out completely differently, who knows, but just some really little fabric bits and, you know, little stitching texture inside. Nothing fancy, nothing difficult, but I actually really love it. And I thought you might enjoy seeing kind of, oh, it's a little crooked, kind of an in-progress little blip of a journal and how simple this one can be. So then this will be the back, and I don't know if anything else will end up in here. I guess the freedom of it now is that if I find a pretty piece of paper or something while we're away, or change my mind on something, I can move it around. And this is a great opportunity for a journaling spot. So this is how I work, and I hope you enjoyed stopping by to see this. I will try to post some photos as I work on it this week while we're on our anniversary. And I don't know about the spine. If you have any ideas or think I should do something, or, you know, something sparks your imagination and creativity, feel free to pop it in the comments. That would be lovely. And I will see you in the next one.